fresh into the garage, arrived here yesterday. It is one of Hasegawa's latest new tooled kits from 2020, the Toyota Supra, a 73.0 GT Turbo Limited for the 1988 model year kit, and it is today's What's in the Box. Hey everyone, and welcome into today's What's in the Box. The 124 scale, a curbside kit. Just got released, I think it was the week before Christmas, so it is just recently released. I think this is going to be a pretty popular kit, and the race versions are already slowly coming. The first one went out for pre-order, and it should be out relatively soon. I don't actually remember when it's coming, but it is coming soon. All right, well, let's check it out. Getting started now with the body, and you can see it is a multi-piece body. And take a look at the front bumper, which is a separate piece. And starting off with the chassis suspension parts tree. Getting started there with the chassis plate. And one thing I noticed right off the bat, because I'm doing them back to back, the underside detail, like the lower half of the engine, is molded into the chassis versus the R32 kit that they just did. They made that piece separate. So kind of interesting how they have done things differently between the two kits. You see considerable amount of details there. You have some hosing or piping. That's for the turbo intercooler there, the radiator. Moving there up top to the side, technically at the dash with the missing centerpiece. Wipers are on the left. There's only one drive option, and it is right-hand drive, unfortunately. You have the suspension there, rear suspension, transaxle, your steering column. And take a look at one of the parts trees that has a little bit of everything on it, interior body pieces. We'll start up here with the door panels. Looks to be part of the rear spoiler piece, and whatever this piece is, I don't honestly know. Looks like the door panels might be multi-piece too, because they're pretty barren there. Let's flip this over and see. I think it's part of the interior, to be honest. I don't know. I haven't looked at the instructions yet. We do this together at the same time for the first time. And up here we have the hood over there on the right, and the headlights over here, which are multi-piece headlight system, which looks like they're going to be operational. You can move them in the open or closed position. You have the top pieces, the buckets down there. Here you have the mirrors. I'm guessing the ends of the spoiler pieces, the spoiler caps, we'll call them. Some other pieces down here. And moving on to the next parts tree, which has a little more everything, interior, chassis pieces. Start up here with the exhaust. Nice one-piece exhaust. Here we have the rear seat, fuel tank, splash guard. So up here we have to see a couple of steering wheel choices. Center console with the shifter boot molded into it. That's interesting. So there are more of the side panel pieces. I had a feeling they were multi-piece. So there's the door handles and buttons there. Over here we have the center console, or center part of the dash, havoc and radial controls, or HVAC I should say. Springs are struts, springs. There's brake rotors, spindles. Brake rotors aren't as nice as they are in the newly tooled up R32 kit. Moving around along to the interior parts tree, which has some suspension parts as well on it. There's the interior bucket, which also is race stripped. So we have the front suspension, your upper A-arms, more control unit piece, sway bar. And then here you have the seats. Two-piece seats. And now we're moving on to the wheels, which you can see are their multi-piece wheels. The centerpiece is separate. A nice satin chromish finish. Dull chrome finish, if you will. And now we're going to take a look at the chrome parts tree, which has, you see, the taillights, the insert for the headlight buckets, the chrome, a couple mirror faces, and it looks like some exhaust tips back there. Over there. Now we're taking a look at the tires, which are just going to be blank, no brand sidewall roundy rounds. And now taking a look at the decal and window mask sheet. First, the window masking sheet, which I don't know if you can actually see, but you got window mask for front, rear windows. So basically window mask for everything. Just, it's easier to say that because it's kind of hard to see what is there. And the decal sheet. As you see, you have a couple of gauge cluster choices. You have a digital and analog. That's kind of cool. So you have the face of the cover of the manual. That's pretty neat too. So you can make our manual. Probably the probably the brochure, not a manual, brochure. Now we're gonna take a look at the clear parts tree. And you see the front and rear windows are separate. Well, everything is separate. Some lenses down here, headlight lenses, turn signal lenses, bumper lenses, driving fog light lenses, side windows, and rear taillight panel piece. So that, my friends, is going to do it for this look at the Toyota Supra A70 3.0 GT Turbo Limited Kit from Hasegawa Hobby Kits. Oh, yeah, I was right. It is for the interior. That was right. Good call. Yes, I am pretty sure if you want to get yourself some Toyota Supra color matched paint, James and Scalefinishes can get that done for you. I am currently actually deciding what I am going to do. I think I have an idea what color I'm going to go with, and I'm going to get him an email sent off hopefully today. I'll get that information, email him today about the color I want for this kit. It's probably not going to be blue. I know. I'm just as shocked as you are. And on that note, thank you guys for watching.